And welcome back to Whiskey Buds. I'm Kurt,
And I'm Billy.
and we are still putting whiskey through his,
Where you going
putting
with that?
Billy through his 100 whiskey challenge, and trying to find more than one or two he likes. Because you seem to like that 1920
Yep.
and even the Glenfiddich Fire and Cane, even though you had said that doesn't seem like real whiskey because it doesn't quite have the same flavor profile. It's not what you would think of as whiskey.
Yeah, I'm totally drawing a blank on that one.
Are you?
I don't
All right, well,
remember.
in just behind that 1920 then
Well,
pretty much.
I don't
huh?
think this isn't what I think a whiskey is. Like when you say whiskey, I don't think of this as a whiskey.
Oh.
I remember I thought it was going to be like Fireball, but it wasn't, and it was completely different.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very interesting, but I can't recall what it was like. So.
All right. Well, I remember it. Maybe because I edit the videos. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to
I get that refresher every now and again.
watch that one. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know what you got planned for today, but we just had a blind taste test of 3 bad whiskeys.
Last week, of 2 bad, 1 good.
Whatever. So what do we got today?
Today, I thought we would go all the way back to basically the first whiskey I ever bought that got me started on the entire whiskey journey.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we're talking this whiskey's been in the house for like 2 years now. It's like the first one we ever bought.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Stranahan's, and this one happens to be their Diamond Peak, the black label. They have a yellow label too, but black label tastes better.
So this started you on your whiskey journey.
Yep, we went on a tour of the Stranahan's distillery to do a tasting.
And
And,
you've had 2 years and you haven't been able to finish it off?
It's like an iconic bottle for us. We got to kind of,
Oh, okay.
take it easy.
So you wanna keep it around.
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, it'll eventually get gone, but we have 3 other Stranahan's expressions to go through in the series. I have the sherry cask finish. It's sherry cask, right? I have the new one, Solera. I don't know, the Blue Peak, the newest one, and then also I have a single barrel release.
So is this?
That is so you always have a glass with you when you have the bottle.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, you could drink out of that.
Yeah,
It's like they were drinking when they put this label on.
that is actually pretty much what happens. They do a bottling party, right? Like you can get on the list with them, and they'll invite you over, and you will help them bottle these whiskeys. These are all hand bottled by volunteers. They get, of course, a bottle to take home with them, and they would notice that they would offer cocktails and stuff, and throughout the time, the labels would never be straight.
Yeah.
So they decided to actually just make a crooked label to begin with.
Oh. Well, from the back here, it's all like the writing's straight up and down.
Oh yeah, so they printed the label.
So it looked just really bad right here. But
Yeah.
if you look on the front, it's printed so it.
Yep.
That's,
And here I am forgetting again to pour before we talk.
oh,
Pour guests first.
I guess that would be good etiquette, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
What are you doing? I just need a little bit.
I know.
Has it got bubbles in it?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's just for my pour,
Oh,
right?
there's floaties.
Is there? I don't know, they're particulates or something. Okay, so what's interesting about this one is it is an American single malt. So like the Four Roses, what else did we have? Maker's Mark. I'm going to look at the
I
list
don't
and
think
cheat.
I like that Maker's Mark.
No, not really. You didn't care for it. But the 1920 Old Forester.
Ooh, yeah, that stuff was pretty good.
Yeah, those are all bourbons, right? And so those are all
yeah.
predominantly corn, like at least 51% corn. And then they'll either use wheat or rye, and then they use barley, depending on the ratio.
In a new barrel, right?
Yep, and then they age them in a new oak barrel. Now this is American single malt, which means 100% malted barley. That's all that's in here. The interesting thing is that if you look at Scotch has to use a used oak barrel, right?
Okay.
But Stranahan's uses a new charred oak barrel. So much like bourbon, but using the same mash bill as you would in a Scotch. which is 100% malted barley.
So it's not a bourbon?
Nope. It's not a Scotch because it's not made in Scotland, and it's using new oak
So
barrels.
It's like a half-breed.
But yeah, so it's an American single malt.
Oh, okay.
So what'd you get on the nose? Certainly doesn't smell like corn.
You said no, there's no rye in it. You said it's 100%.
100% malted barley.
barley.
Yep. So a lot like the Scotches. Think like monkey shoulder. I probably shouldn't have put that in your head. The Dalmore, just no sherry finish. That's one you enjoy.
This better be better than monkey shoulder.
And this one is a mixture of their 4-year-old barrels. So made down in Denver, Colorado. For anybody down in that area, go visit them, go check them out. I know a few people I've heard online, say that they think they're a bit overrated for it, but either way, I still think they're a good whiskey.
So it's not sweet smelling at all.
No, you don't have the same sweetness. Even that, Four Roses we tried last episode, you could smell that sweetness. And then those other two, very sweet, but actually that just reminds me that Four Roses last episode didn't smell nearly as sweet as the other two. And it's a very sweet, because it's bourbon. Pretty sweet anyway, but it wasn't as sweet.
It doesn't smell really complex.
No?
I don't think so. Which, if you said it's 100%.
Malted barley.
I don't know, let's try it.
Yeah.
Spicy.
I think that's going to be coming from that new oak barrel. You're going to get a
I
lot
thought
of
rye did that.
rye. Will do that.
This doesn't have any rye in it.
Nope, no rye
I
at all.
smelled it, and that's I thought
You
it
thought
had
rye, huh?
because of the smell.
All right, wow. All right, the single malt that smells like rye. Probably have similar notes. What are we looking at? We're looking at 47%, so 92 proof.
Maybe I just have this
Sorry,
spicy.
47%, so 94 proof.
Is that bottle chipped?
Nope.
Oh, it's a notch in it.
Yeah. I don't know what for though. Maybe when you see, that's what these are for. So when you set them on that nail, it just sets it okay.
Because most people have nails coming out of their table.
They do if they have an old timey place. So it's what happens, and this is like an old timey whiskey, and
Shouldn't you hammer nails down though? Instead of
you do if the table is upside down. You drink enough whiskey, and you're gonna nail it from the bottom of the table too.
So
what do you think about that one? You're not pulling nearly the faces you did last episode.
no, it's I still feel like it has rye in it because that's.
I get a bit of a spice in there. I can see where you could think that too.
I think I have that kind of spicy flavor tied to a rye in my head.
Yeah.
When I taste that,
You
I
think
think
rye.
So
Yep.
I'm thinking.
It's all right.
That's what I'm thinking on that one.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's
Not bad.
that's not really that interesting.
No. Yeah. If drinking this, would this be enough to make you search out more whiskeys to try?
I don't think so.
No?
I think that spicy in there would probably just be not really my kind of.
Not really your thing?
I don't know. That's all I can focus on really.
Is
I
it
don't
spice?
really. There's nothing else that's really going
Coming
on.
through? So you're just getting basically a rye spice.
Maybe that's barley, but it doesn't. It's 100% barley.
Mm-hmm. How about does it taste like it's 94 proof? Are you getting burn from that much alcohol?
No, maybe it's the barley and alcohol gives that kind of
Kick to it?
maybe.
Spice?
I don't know. It doesn't have bad flavor, or it's not. I'm not like, ew, that's gross.
No.
You
Well,
know,
you
but
didn't, you didn't pull a face on that one like you do on
Yeah.
some of these.
So it's not. I don't know. I guess it could maybe pique my interest for trying something else to maybe search out for some different flavors or
If
different
someone's
kinds.
coaxing you. I don't know. It was the first one I ever did like a whiskey tasting on, where they actually poured it, they tried it, and you're like, wow, like, you think whiskey is something that you just
Okay.
drink in a shot glass.
Okay. So if I was coming from Black Velvet, Crown Royal, and I tried this, I would be like, oh, that's interesting. Like
Yeah.
maybe I should try some other ones to see how different they are.
All right.
So I can see that.
Yeah, I wonder,
Yeah, I can see that.
where was my previous whiskey experience before this? We knew yours was Black Velvet, but I never
Cheap
really
stuff.
had that. Yeah. Like, I've had, like, mixed drinks, I guess, but nothing really whiskey related. Huh. Yeah. I could think about it more, but didn't make it for a boring video.
Yeah, I don't really like that spicy.
Like, is it, like, right when you're drinking it, or is it when you finish it, or?
Oh, so it doesn't really have a great aftertaste either.
No?
No, I wouldn't say so. Some of the other ones, like, I don't remember which ones, but there's some of them that have like a little rough at the beginning, and then the aftertaste kind of just sets in, and it's like, oh, that's a good flavor. That's a nice experience. And this one is, the aftertaste is,
A little musty, maybe?
yeah, it's that spicy, overwhelming.
Wow. Just
Hey,
an
it's not a
overwhelming
spicy,
but
it's not spicy like a,
chili?
right. It's not
Yeah.
like a chili spicy or a cinnamon, or how would you describe it? I mean, it's
what we're here for.
the alcohol burn,
Yeah.
right? So it's got that in it, and then like a little bite, roughness. I'm searching for
A
these
little
words.
extra, yeah.
So yeah, and then I don't think there's a whole lot going on other than that. So it's got, I think, decent flavor. It's got that what I call spice, and then
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty much
think
it.
you know what, I'm gonna have to kind of agree with you on that. I'm trying to pick out like different things, but I don't catch much of a spice necessarily. But overall, it's a pleasant flavor. Like, I think it's more of a malty dustiness that I'm getting, and I don't get much of the ethanol. And then the aftertaste is just kind of like, it lingers just a little bit, not nearly like some of the others that we've tried, but.
yeah.
And I don't find it wholly unpleasant at all. Like, it's like, tastes pretty good. And I find it overall just to be a very good experience, really.
I wouldn't buy it.
So, I have more favorite whiskeys, but
Well, I
being
mean,
that
I
this
wouldn't.
is my,
Now that I've tasted it, I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
buy it.
yeah, and honestly, this is one of the more expensive ones too.
And I wouldn't like tell
That
somebody
you've had.
else to go buy it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
you're
like,
like, oh, you should try Stranahan's.
you're right.
All right, yeah. That's like the first time I've had that bottle in like several months. I don't know, I still find it pleasant. It's still like easy to sip. Like I enjoy it.
It would work.
Yeah, it would work for its intended purpose.
If you only had like a bottle and you wanted to drink some whiskey, it would work.
Yeah, you could certainly pick worse.
Yes. Yes.
All right, well, I guess that's gonna do it for this episode, huh?
Yep.
All right.
You drank yours all again.
I did actually honestly pour you a bit more than me. It just like come over the shoulder or something, and all of a sudden it's like, no, like
Like the boot.
yeah, das Boot.
Get yourself.
Yeah, maybe I should let you pour yours. All right, until next week, y'all have a good week. Yeah, something. Let's go.